Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. By the way, I am Kem Jiguri, and my assigned topic are recognition of information sources, citations, and also the data privacy implications. Recognition of information sources is online sources like print sources require proper credit to the authors through referencing and citation to avoid copyright issues and legal consequences. So this ensure that the ideas in word use are acknowledged as belonging to the original author. So we all know that when we use information from online or print sources, it is important to give credit to the original authors by citing them. So para maka-avoid sa legal problems, it also acknowledges their work. Next is citation. So citation, it is a proper citation is essential for every source used, including website, newspapers, or books. So online sources are cited differently from traditional print sources, and there are various formats for citing. So when we say citing sources means giving credit to where you got information. This is done differently for website, newspapers, in books using various citation styles. So this picture is nagpakita siyang format for citing an online source in APA style. So na siya 6 different parts sa citation. So ang first is source. So ang source, the organization or individual who created the content. And next is year. The year the content was published. And the third one, article title. The title of the article or report. And the fourth one, website. The name of website where the article is found. And the fifth, URL, the web address where the article can be accessed. And the last is 6, the retrieval date, the date when the content was accessed. So in this example, the citation is for a report from Transparency International published in 2014. Access from a specific URL on July 17, 2019. Data privacy implications are growing stronger, particularly in using data for research and reports. Failure to handle data promptly and properly can lead to illegal consequences. So these include uploading copyright materials like pictures, designs, and data without the author's consent, commonly seen in educational settings. So data privacy is crucial in research and reports to misusing data or uploading copyrighted materials without permission can cause legal trouble, especially in education. And now let us proceed to research and data collection protocols. So when researching and collecting data from the web, avoid plagiarism, which is the act of taking someone else's work presenting it as your own, by Tornitin. So when doing research, don't copy others' work and claim it as your own. So this is called plagiarism. And now the following are 10 types of plagiarism that teachers, researchers, and students should know. First, clone plagiarism is copying word for word and claiming it. So number 2, remix plagiarism, gathering into from many places calling it your own. And 3, Ctrl plus C plagiarism, copying a lot from one place without changing. And number 4, hybrid plagiarism, using sources correctly but not saying where from. And fifth, find replace plagiarism, swapping words but keeping the idea the same. Number 6, recycle plagiarism, reusing your own without saying no. And number 7, mash up plagiarism, mixing sources without giving credit. And number 8, 404 error plagiarism, making a document from wrong sources. And number 9, aggregator plagiarism, using citations but not your own. And number 10, retweet plagiarism, looking like it's cited right but it's so similar to the original. And that's all, and sorry for unnecessary voices.